afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of Psych, Defender of the Fatherland. And we're off here to the exciting 1v1 on Langaroska here in the south. Whoops. Whoa. Burningshot here fighting for the Oberkommando West for the Großdeutschland Panzer Division, going up here versus HIF of the Soviet Union. Comrade Stalin's not so finest, perhaps. Fighting here for the 10th Mechanized Corps. Got steel punish, we got Fulters here, we got Doctrinal, we got Mechanized Support, got Motor and Shock Rifle, not too shocking there. Luftwaffe, Breakthrough and Fortification, nothing vastly shocking there. Neither is the triple Pantric bullets in there, or mix of infantry or shock tool bullets that would indicate he might be aiming here for Shock Rifle. Truck moving ahead there. Interesting note, by the way, he does not sort of connect immediately right there. Points being secured. Got a bit of spread up from the Russians. I'm also noting a very early support weapon company here from here for the maximum on the way there to add a bit of suppression and firepower versus the fascist bastards. Munitions being secured, so a bit more aggressive west push. I'm missing a very early battle group headquarters here from Burningshot. At this stage of the game, I mean, it's not really going to benefit Burningshot a lot. It's basically actually going to send him back with a bit of manpower, which could be sort of getting more troops early on to seize territory. So, I mean, unless he's aiming for a very early infantry gun, I mean, this actually doesn't make any sense. I mean, there's no actual benefit here for Burningshot. He'd be better off going for some early Volksgrenadiers more, or a Kubelwagen, or more Sturm Pioneers. But of course, have to see what follows up with Hifter. Moving ahead. I mean, he won't be set too badly either, of course, due to this early support company from here, but at the same time, again, there is no actual real benefit. First against this Jumpers versus Conscripts. There we go. The Jumpers were caught basically flat-footed here. No real cover here versus the Conscripts heavy cover. They were forced back here. Burningshot in that regard, realising quickly the situation would not really have benefited him actually much. Few upon them, of course, in that regard. I mean, HIF hasn't himself made any sort of particular direct movement toward the fuel himself. He got more content on the way, so that's actually a bit interesting as well. Of course, the time versus the Oberkommando West, you know, that's not going to hurt you too badly, and it's only with the fuel point, for example, that he's Burningshot's active and close to contesting HIF then fuel income. Third fortress there on the way. And he needs to be pushed back here by some stout German infantrymen pushing forwards there. Full scales of fuel pies bring up the centre. He could consider laying down some barbed wire or some sandbags. I mean, sandbags for example around here, always a good idea. We're going here for the cut-off point. Bold, but not bad. Bold. At the same time, we do see sandbags here prepared from here. For note, he's setting up in such a way that the enemy is going to have very little use for them, since the strategic point itself is a bit in the way as well. Another option, of course, is to lay it at the very edge of the point, thus ensuring the opponent can't easily use it if he wants to hold the point at the same time. More conscious there on the way for HIF. Oh, that's a max him. Sturm Pioneer being up here. Forces moving about. More forces arriving from several sides here. From Burningshot's positions. And HIF here counter-attack with several angles himself. And there go Max reduces some loss here caused by the Sturm Pioneer. Forces flanking in there. Good trying to attack and deal with the conscripts there. No doctor himself, no from either side. Full Volksgrenadier squad there for Burningshot. I don't know, I think a Kubelwagen was with these Storm Hunters a bit better rather than just going for all Volksgrenadiers there. He actually targets the ones out in the open, actually allowing the Storm Hunters to sort of shoot much, well, less concerned here against the Maxim. That, I think, is a bit of an unfortunate for association there from him, and he could actually end up losing the Maxim crew right here. I mean, he's very low in health. He actually needs to evacuate if he actually wants to have a chance of even recovering it. Conscious they also need to go in. I mean, they actually take heavy losses. So not really the best. There goes John Paz retreating the Maxim though. Still very low health. Only increasingly getting lower. Need to evacuate the building. Need to get out of there. Yuri, come on. I want to leave. And there you go. In this case, he basically puts his luck way too far and was too late in retreating. Actually lost the Maxim early on without being able to actually recover it. Which is actually a bit of a harsh blow there. To put in mildly, and that should definitely give Burningshot a better chance of doing some early damage here to HIF in terms of territory. Comes here finding way, but again there's not too much the best cover positions here for them. And the Germans again, who sort of recently been changed here using the buildings and other parts here of the terrain sort of fight against them. But there you go, produces one coach with F or Volksgrenadier squad finally sort of focused down. We got a mortar now rhyming here from HIF. A bit of light artillery here, can certainly help there versus some of the more ensconced elements like in this building. Left side, by the way, incredibly open here. Quick bit of harassment from Hiff, could maybe push it back. We also got flamethrowers here from the engineers to increase the damage and also help flush out the fascists from the houses. But still, there's an awful lot of Germans here armed rifle. That's never going to be a problem. There we go, the Fox is falling back, then the veterans who won. The first veteran unit here on the field, I believe. Storm Pioneers moving ahead here. They killed the names. Sergeant Petro opens men to open fire there. The Storm Pioneers moving up quickly, staying up here behind. Persisted up behind the fences. Small staying up there, the 82mm. We got shock rifle here chosen. Shock rifle by Hiff. Shock troops up to their arriving. Also KV8s, IS2s. In that regard, Hiff is not exactly displaying an awful lot of originality. At least so far. Engineers need to get away there. Hiff can't exactly allow his men to constantly be entombed within the, well, beneath the floorboards of that building. Storm Pioneers need to retreat. Still no doctrine there from Burningshot. Truck can give out in the west. Bad group headquarters not really doing much. I mean, that guy, it's also a bit of weird positioning. I mean, it's not going to be very strict retreating to, so, I mean, in particular, considering the fighting, I mean, it's a really, really odd and weird positioning there from Burningshot. It makes, well, not a frightful lot of sense. We finally got a doctrine there from Burningshot. Finally a doctrine. And we got breakthrough tactics and utilised quickly allowing them to cut off a lot of territory there from his opponent. Great stuff there, great stuff. I mean, so few people actually make use of it right here. I mean, no, I mean, that's a lot of territory taken away from Hiff in just, you know, 10 seconds. I mean, that's quite a bit of power. That also allows us to take this territory at a sort of much faster time. In particular, the fuel points, and he doesn't have to worry about clearing it out. Getting engineers here, counter-attack force where the force was still, the point has been rendered neutral. Center being cut away, and we've got west flank here being pushed up by some conscripts as well. More on the way there. Sam actually prepared again. Good job there by Hiff. Good job. Truck slightly pulled back there. I think you should consider either Sturm Officer or some Panzer Fusiliere here to sort of provide a bit of support, but I think the Sturm Officer would try and work a bit better than all the infantry has at the moment. Constant striking straight into the Sturm Pioneers. Obviously not working out too well there. Dimitri Vasily cut down here by Helmut. And his friends almost got a wipe there, then they get the focus back, get it, then and there we go, quickly cutting off, almost there. Actually succeeded with the sliver of time that was left there on breakthrough tactics. Panzer Rex now arriving here for Burningshot. Still no something sort of doctrine calling to new Sturm Officers or Panzer Fusiliere. I mean, with all the infantry he has, so the Sturm Officers would certainly be the one to sort of, I think, synergize his best with it. Compared to, say, had he had a smaller force, then Panzer Fusiliers might sort of need to be a better choice. But there you go, he does call on the Panzer Fusiliers. Forward retreat point here for Burningshot as well. Going for munitions, fuel. In fact, he might soon have both fuel points here to hold versus Burningshot. Men held up there. Making good progress there. More sound. Oh, mines here. That's not bad either. In fact, that's a good position. Good position there for a mine, actually. Nicely done, nicely done. And there goes John Pioneers flanking, getting behind the conscripts. Nicely there, nicely there. At the same time, the forces basically draw the attention of the conscripts. This is a very good assault. I mean, basically allows the assault troops to get close here without taking any fire. So, very nicely done here by Burningshot. Very nicely done. Panzer is moving up there. G43s equipped, already equipping them with, well, more potent weapons there. The G43 rifle, of course, also the G31. But that wasn't actually really that successful. The Germans rather quickly sort of moved on from it, creating the G43, which was actually based on, well, captured Soviet SVT-40 semi-automatic rifles. So, little fun fact there. Points being secured there. We got shock troops then around here for Hiff. The PP-841s, grenades, satchels, and whatnot. More mines going down here from Hiff. Good, good. More sandbags prepared here. He should consider wiring off some of them. He's sort of trying to deny some cover there to Hiff at times. I mean, not Hiff, but Burningshot. He obviously shouldn't be aiming to sort of deny himself his own cover. Bit of a blob assault there. And not quite, but still standing out in the open there. Then again, it's only pretty much, well, safe because there's only a single engineer squad not quite paying attention. Country versus Panzer Fusilier. Country in bad position. That's 6 men versus other 6, but these 6 are much harder, better equipped, and then heavy cover. Troops there moving in, counterattacking the Volksgrenadiers. Mortar fire there. And there you go, the Panzer Fusiliers overcome the conscripts, sending them running. More squads moving up there. Both units are actually quite exposed. And again, once again to light cone. There we go, shifting back to heavy. Pulls the push back. Centre here could be a bit of trouble here as he charges in. Mortar rounds almost hitting and wiping out his own shock troops. I mean, one wrong inch to the left or right could have probably seen some heavy casualties there. And there goes Stormpine. He's acting into the shock troopers. Close. Thankfully, they didn't move any farther there. Shock troopers are suffering some minor loss there from the Sturmpioneers. Reckless firing at the same time. We got a large halt here. It basically lacks the resources necessary to really overcome that at the moment. Quick grenade here versus Sturmpioneers. Shock troopers forced away. Schwer Panzer Corps being set up to cover the fuel point there. Alright, I mean most places have in some cases accidentally clump up both trucks a bit too close there, but in this case that's using it to cover the fuel point. Good. Not a bad choice. And gives a bit of trouble there, need to get away, I'm not entirely sure why he decided to place mines so close in there, go too slow retreating, and he is wiped out, flamethrower lost. Mine's not finished, and multiple being forced back. Another basically human wave assault here from Burningshot. Country's opening up there. A quick T-70 here might be an option for dealing with them, or maybe some Su-76 sort of Katyusha. Either of those could be good in sort of doing some damage to the conscript or the full sort of horde here. Molotov, though, that does do some good there, does some damage. Although Burningshot keeps up the offensive here. Comes to the need to go wait, though we do see a Molotov here as a parting gift. Heronwood immediately bursting into flames. And there you go, mine going off almost right now the entire Focus Wall. I mean, we are seeing some bleed out here on Burningshot, which I suppose is something here for HIF, but definitely think a take-up is needed here to sort of add some heavier weaponry versus Burningshot at the moment. And his men of the Groß Deutschland. Structures engaging the Panzerfusiliere. There we go. Kutze wipe. And there we go. Burningshot was paying attention. That was a Panzerfusiliere. That was quite expensive since it was upgraded. Going for the fuel head. The Sandbags actually having here versus the 37 with flak there, but looks like he's still will end up retreating. Another Volkswagen squad. They lost. Clearly, Burningshot wasn't quite paying attention. That actually allowed here HIF to do some serious damage there to the Wehrmacht's forces. One Panzerfusilier, one Volkswagen. Though we got some Obersoldaten here now to replace. He's actually got quite a bit of manpower floating about there. I suppose we could actually go for another Obersoldaten or some Storm Officer or another Panzerfusilier. Mix of infantry might help him out. And there we go. We got a mechanized armor company up for HIF. So it's not just going to rely on call-ins. That's good. That is good. Also, I'm sort of apply some earlier pressure here to Burningshot. Obersoldaten there for Burningshot. Obersoldaten. The Groß Deutschland Elite Division for pretty much all of its existence. Though initially it actually started out as an infantry division, then later on it was actually formed into a Panzergrenadier division, and then finally on to a full Panzer division, which actually then got sort of made part of a full Groß Deutschland Panzer Corps alongside the Brandenburger Panzergrenadier Division. Fun facts there. Fun facts there. There you go, we're going for 2 Obersoldaten it seems, so he is going a bit heavy here on the elite infantry once he can. I mean, makes sense. LMG 34 there on the way here for Burningshots. Obersoldaten. Veteran Panzergrenadier from the earlier stages of the fighting there with the Groß Deutschland mayhaps. Finishing there, and of course one fun fact about the Groß Deutschland's Panzergrenadier elements, they're actually called Panzerfusilier. In fact, that's where the title comes from initially. Panzerfusilier were actually basically the honorific title given to the Groß Deutschland's regiments. Later on, other units would see them, partly for some course of actually derived from the Groß Deutschland, and otherwise just because we saw the title being increasingly sort of boost morale here and there. So, little fun facts there. So, mortifying down, they're getting a few kills. There you go, gun incendiary barrels there, trying to disrupt the German advantage. Good. Breaks up Burningshot's advance there. Again, had he sped up a bit more, he wouldn't have been quite so effective there. So, nicely done there by HIF. As for what you can get here, I think a Katyusha initially would be a good choice. Su-76s could also work, but this I think would offer a bit more bang for the buck if it's then set up correctly. It could use it quite solidly, I think, to break up Burningshot's infantry sorts. And there you go, another LMG 34 there. The predecessor to the MG 42. Also ended up being produced in larger numbers, but that's obviously because in production from, well, 1934 compared to the MG 42, which only had, well, from 42. So there's a bit of a difference then, sort of how much they could have been produced. Sandbags going up there. Academy was on the way here for Burningshot, having a bit of anti-tank. We do see the Katyusha there, one of many variants used here by the Soviets. This probably being the more commonly seen, though there were actually ones that fire much bigger rockets. Though obviously I think they only fired about like 4 of those, but still they could fire some very big rockets. I think we're talking about 32 centimeters or something like that. The folks goes there pushing ahead. My apologies there. Pushing ahead there, a bit of a reckless assault, a bit clamped up. I mean, you have to try and avoid, getting too close to getting into sort of these bottlenecks. I mean, that can make weapons like suppressive weapons also moves quite effective off with some of the Katyusha here. Not bad, he tries to get close. I think he just afford to get a bit closer, but oh, there we go, wiped. Fosca's caught there, wiped nicely done here by his wiping out there. I mean, that guy, Burningshot, does need a bit more careful with his infantry. Comes there though, getting hammered here by 2 Obersan squads. That's a lot of light machine gun fire. Alright, just keep shooting even if they surrender. This is a German army. We do things the German way. Brutally. Meanwhile, Storm's moving up here. Mines people's up, you should consider. Oh, there we go, putting where then he retreats though due to the shock to his pressures, their force of arms. Of course, what could Hitler aim for next? I mean, one option right now would actually be considering maybe a KDH to burn away the infantry. Of course, he's worried about any armor. Air-5 would be good. With the looks here on the field, could actually consider just getting a pair of SM6s. They could probably quickly lock it down. They could also use to quickly actually knock out buildings over the high rate of fire. So, I mean, a little fun fact. Now the incendiary barrels here, that's the Orbital Garden. Another retreat here. Folks there, and we've got a Kedmeth moving up here. A bit aggressive here by Burningshot. I mean, one wrong move and they could get knocked out here and stolen away by the Russians. Another push here for the battle group headquarters here by the shock troopers. But there you go. Luke's outflank panzer engages. Grenade off there. If could end up paying rather heavily for that one. Well, his shock troopers more specifically. He's got no real anti-tank though. He's getting an H-35 though. The H-35 tank destroyer. Again, we're going for the fuel point. Bold, aggressive, and so far looks like he's paying too much attention to the Luke's basically drawing away his attention. I mean, that's always a little thing there, trying to keep him on while playing the game. I mean, your opponent can usually only pay attention on one thing really well at a time, then maybe a few others. I mean, usually a good bit of harassment involved. You have something actually sort of drawing his attention, then you sort of strike elsewhere, where he might not easily be paying attention, or if he does have to pay attention, of course that'll draw away attention from the big thing you got going. So, I mean, a few thoughts there, though of course it does require a bit of risk there once you're sort of trying to play off those slightly more advanced things. But there we go, H-35 almost done here, almost done a tank again. Need to spread them out though, here. Burningshot does seem to have some nasty infantry habits there, which could end up backfiring quite severely on him. More Flotsams on the way. No, say, Sturm officer here. Ooh. Very interesting, I mean, he's actually raiding into the enemy's base. I mean, not a lot of players like to do that for obvious reasons, but in this case, yeah, got very bold there with his looks. Managed to sort of cause a bit of confusion, perhaps a bit of unsafety here for Hif. Gaining veterans to 1, but not actually getting some huge damage, but in terms of morale, it might cause Hif to get a bit more passive, since again, he's just been struck in his own base. Orbs are done again, spread out, get into cover. Come on, Burningshot, 4-6. They're orbital dart, not space marines. They're not wearing power armor. There we go, the counter gets pushed away. Likely will get wiped out here. A bit too slow to retreat from Hif. In that regard, you mean unit preservation also means involving actually, paying attention and judging, when should I probably retreat. In that regard, he should have retreated much sooner. Instead, he actually ended up feeding the orbs from some easy targets. Looks they're almost knocked out. There's little health. We got another Katyusha barrels, I think. In this case, though, he's pulled far further back here, increasing the scatter there on the Katyusha rocket overall, decreasing its lethality. I think, and he pulled it up a bit close there. He might have a better chance there of, well, doing some serious damage. The Germans. But all the times they're firing at the shock troopers, fighting at range here. Obviously, not really their forte with the submachine guns. And they ultimately push back. Eshkar flying a bit away there. Looks almost ready to be prepared. Sturmpan's going to have to work on that one. Tactic time here for the mid-game analysis. Counter chasing sort of a bit of back and forth here between the two sides. Now they're sort of really fully in control of 50% of the map. Those around 50% is sort of a lot more fluid here between the two sides, as both sort of trying to gain dominance, sort of push back here and there. Most of the fighting is, well, fighting centered on the center, West side, not so much, partly due to the presence of the Schwer Panzer quarters. East side sees a bit of harassment, but nothing great. I mean, Hiff could try and return the fame, maybe trying to attack the base here with the HQ-5 knocking out the flank emplacements, then trying to go for the command headquarters. Could be a bit risky, but it could work out if he sort of screens probably here versus infantry, since he'd probably try and rush that is Burningshot here with a Pantrix to try and knock it out. Otherwise, when he's dealing with a lot of infantry, I mean, one option could be going either for another Katyusha here or trying for a KV-8, in which case, I mean, he should consider actually getting up some fuel caches to speed up fuel income towards that. Another option might be some Maxim sort of trying to slow down the infantry. Another mortar could work, but I don't know. I mean, something sort of more solidly lock down the infantry could prove to be quite valuable here for Hiff at the moment. But I definitely think a fuel cache should be acquired nonetheless, no matter what. I mean, the more fuel advantage he can build up versus Burningshot, the more with tech advantage he can also gain. He can also just more gain easily a vehicle advantage versus Burningshot. So that's really something he should be aiming for, I think. Otherwise, he needs to be a bit more careful with his infantry at times and try not to hit with the shock trooper straight up the centre. I mean, that's basically where the Obersoldaten roam, and the shock trooper is just going to get cut down. That's basically just a waste of manpower there for Hiff. He should try and flank in and try to get behind, or hitting them in the sides there with the shock troopers. That would overall have a lot more impact there for Hiff's shock trooper, and also have a better chance of actually causing maybe some more wipes, rather than charging right down the centre, where again, out in the open, and more specifically, the Obersoldaten can quickly lock them down with their light machine guns. Another option might try and sort of catch some of the units here with a precision strike with just some barrages, or you could even just lay down a smoke screen with a vault and then try and charge for it. I mean, that would still be risky, but it would probably have better chance of succeeding. For a Burningshot, I mean, the options are there. I mean, he could go for a Panther. That would certainly give him sort of more direct, immediate advantage. That would definitely be helpful. He could, if he feels bold, try and play for a King Tiger, but that would involve a lot of resources, put a lot of pressure on him. He could also risk getting hit by an IS-2 if that is what Hiff goes for, and certainly alter that, but I don't know if he should go for that right away. He should probably also try and deal with the Katyusha there before Hiff gets better at actually utilising it, unless of course he never gets, in which case not too much to worry about. If he does get better, of course that's going to result in high manpower bleed there for Burningshot, so he can knock that out. That's going to be good. Again, it's also going to make Hiff here a bit more, well, less secure. The HQ-5 is also going to be a bit of threat to the training armour he might get, particularly the King Tiger due to slower speed there. Could be an easy target then for the HQ-5 with its high rate of fire, particularly against veteran and even higher rate of fire. An option here would also try and deal with the Luke needs to be careful. At the same time, we can sort of try and pull more some assaults up through here. I mean, there's basically the west side is very open. He should push up by that one bar. And if do some more harassment here, he could again force Hiff to actually pull away troops towards here, and this would leave him more weak here. So I mean, there's a lot of options for Hiff. I do think that he should get an offset. I also think he should try and use breakthrough tactics a bit more aggressively for some more aggressive harassment versus Hiff. And again, I do think a Panther is the option here. I mean, he could go for a King Tiger, but I know that thing that gives Hiff too much time to sort of build up his forces of his own and actually strike back at the King Tiger, so that would have a lot of risks involved as well. Whereas the Panther, so much closer in the actual prospect to sort of, you know, sacrifice a lot less time and resources on it. There's return to the fight. Victory points, where they are more or less equal. In fact, they are. Good lord. And then less than 100 lost on either side. That's actually rather rare to see that at about the 20-minute mark, but there you go. Third wave of Fritz is almost done. Force victory. There we go. Almost got a hit there with the mortar. Almost wipe. Almost got a wipe, I meant, not a hit. I mean, that's pretty much a hit when you get 3 German men dead. That is pretty much it, but there you go. Those on their way to avenge their fallen Kameraden. Opening up there from the side of the conscripts. Got more troops moving from the north here. HQ-5 might want to move up and support him. There you go. Luke's moving in. Luke's moving in. Because their cover shattered. Katyusha again should try and move up a bit closer. Luke's being rolled back here. And there goes, he's actually moving up like a Kednev here. Oh my god, he's retreating it. Otherwise, that looked to be some very, very seriously ballsy flanking with the second got a Kednev from the outside of Kednev, a raid. Between the mortar, Yakti's available for Burningshot. Is that an option? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he could go for it, but I don't really think he would do much on this map versus Hiff at the moment. A King Tiger would be an overall better choice. You know, basically Hiff doesn't quite have the density of armor or tank shows that really make a Yak Tiger make sense. I'm saying, had, you know, 2 IS-2s already around now, you know, he could consider it, but he doesn't. He's got an HL5 and a Katyusha. And of course, HL5 is going to be a threat, but it's not necessarily something that immediately requires a King or Yak Tiger to actually counter. Which is bad again. From a far away. Does get up some very serious kills. They're actually almost wiping. Oh my god! Orbison, they're annihilated! Only Rudy Peter survived. The rest are dead. And there we go, almost victory. I mean, that was an absolutely devastating there. Good lord, he lost the HL5. He had to shoot on a Kedden there for. Wow, he should have been a bit quicker to lose that, pull that one back and actually had an infantry. So in that regard, you know, he've got, well, punished himself there. They're not quite as much as Burningshot they did for getting his troops clumped up. So, I mean, again, nice Katyusha strike here, nice Katyusha strike. Looks at the same time striking him the right flank. I mean, he's having a hard time actually dealing with it. Some field guns might help with air also. On SU-76, you know, a bit more speedy. Would sort of be more able to suit sort of hunting down the Luke's outflank panzer. So in that regard, Burningshot actually make good use of the Luke's sort of. Oh! Scheiße. A target opportunity here, nice knocked out here by the Luke's. I mean, it's actually gaining a lot of value out of that Luke's. Knocking out the Kyushin. We do see there's some rather large gaps in Hip's defense. There we go, conscript right, and that was the devastating blow right here, too. Devastating blow. He lost conscripts, HL5, and the Katyusha. Some really good attacks in note, by the way. He didn't really sort of try and break through with the center. Instead, he operates on the flanks, catching off unity of guard and always looking for targets of opportunity. In this case, the Katyusha. Very nicely done there for Burningshot. Very good use and execution there by the Lukes. In fact, it's very close to Veteran to 3 already. And honestly, it's very rare to see a Lukes hit Veteran to 3, if anything. Push here though, Hif though is not intimidated or halted here by the fascist temporary successors. And there you go, Lux just tears into them with his 2-centimeter cannon. Going there for the victory point, coming from the Dushka though. As it was colloquially called by the Russians. There we go, almost got the mortar crew as well. That Lux is on fire, not literally yet anyways. But it's doing a lot of damage. There goes Shock was being. Good lord! This is a surprisingly effective Lux, partly because Hif seems to have been struggling sort of actually countering it. And there you go, Shock was wiped, Veteran D3 on the Lux. And there you go, moving up there, anti-tank grenades pelting the Lux. Slight armor not quite covering there versus the RPG grenades. Plus they're moving up, field point is on retreat here. Mortar rounds landing down. Looks like Hif is basically going to now aim for the IS-2. A last desperate hope here. Playing into the banner of Joseph Stalin in a sense here. Hoping for salvation from above. Figure and they're firing weather with 76.2mm shells. And the Lukes they're rolling back halfway to the Veteran 2-4. I mean, some really good shot here by Burningshot. I mean, most players tend to end up losing the Luxes very quickly after they get them, but Burningshot's rather managed the ray and actually kept it alive and actually had towards the higher levels of veterancy. I mean, Veteran 4 actually gains more range than Veteran 5 can actually suppress. Though it does rarely happen if ever you actually see a Veteran 5 Lux. So, I mean, that would be absolutely rare, certainly a sight to see. The sort of thing you'd charge tourists to in a sort of Victorian era, you know, show where you showed off freaks and such. Oh, freak show, there we go. Step right up, a Veteran 5 Lux. Never seen before. And as comes there, support by the field gun. Not really doing well there. Quick barrage here, marked by the Fox gun, but the comes in, heats retreat. He's definitely taking the orbs on there lightly and same with the Lux here, which, oh, hit a mine. Troops moving up, their field gun needs to get away there before the Germans cut it to ribbons. Well, the crew to ribbons. The field gun is a bit more resilient than that. Almost a few on the mortar crew that we got contact thing. We got another incendiary here trying to break up the assault. It's almost got the resource there for the IS-2. The Joseph Stalin 2 comes there trying desperate stand, but they're out in the open. So the Germans up to sleep, but they've got an LMG-34. The others do not. Good hit there from more to the Veteran fleet, and troops are retreating right through the fires, the flames, getting murdered. Dropping weapons. Mortar crew, they need to be pulled back a bit into a safer range. Getting the fuel point there. Interesting enough, Burningshot that didn't make much use of his stocks enough. That initial sort of breakthrough tactic on Panzer Fusiliers. Nothing further, actually. I think he should do a bit more with that. Field gun needs to be crewed, by the way. Looks tearing into them like a hot knife through butter. In this case, like a looks through communism. There you go, field gun recruits, is 3 ready. Going to up now on the looks. There you go, good hit, good hit. Oh, if it takes a wrong turn here, that could end up more fatally. Then March was arrived. But he's very close here to the IS-2, and there you go, Academy for spotted and pushed away. But overall, the situation for Heath is rather desperate. He's going to really have to bet everything. Nice. So at the same time, though, here, Burningshot's taking advantage again. I think he could have finished this earlier, though, if he finished this quickly. Of course, I mean, the IS-2 could still turn things around. We have seen players basically mess up at this stage of the fight, you know. Even with a King Tiger, I mean, some players just seem to sort of lose it all. I mean, it's good there at the stage where Burningshot gets too confident. Plus, his infantry still has issues, though, of course, at the same time, though, Hiff is himself struggling. He could go either way, but, you know, had he gone for a Panther, I think he'd have done with this quickly now. He could have won by now. But, you know, we'll see either way. The IS-2, those getting close. They just need a bit of manpower. Constantly to retreat. Oh, dear. Nice blend cover there. Nice blend cover. Storm Pioneers running into it, though. Not really healthy. And there you go. Suffering quite severe casualties from that little jaunt through the rather caustic smoke there. In fact, we could almost see him wipe there. That would definitely be a rather ironic development there for Burningshot. So we've got the King Tiger, the IS-2 still some time away there. Looks almost Vet 24. Breaking through the shrubbery. Like a tiny drunken knight.
Standing by. Send orders.
And there you go, engineers in the trouble. Flanking about there. And there you go. Königstiger mobilized. With the production series turret, as was known. There are some people who like to call the Henschel and the Porsche turret. Thing is, neither of those turrets were actually made by, well, any of those, or Henschel or Porsche. They had no actual input on that. That was actually handled by Krupp. Alongside the gun, that's where the actual competition was between Krupp and Rheinmetall Borsig, the makers of the Flak 88. Fun facts there. Porsche or Henschel actually thought about making the chassis itself, and in that regard, Henschel won easily because Ferdinand Porsche, as it much as it turned out, he was actually clever. That was one thing he was actually really poor on, and now he's actually making something in Germany, so he could actually, you know, make up in these numbers. There, guys, we are flanked by the... Oops, not really that much of a threat. Keep shooting, Dieter, but the shots aren't penetrating. I'm hoping the pinging will drive them mad. And that's actually how some of the German troops actually dealt with early T-34-76s doing Barbarossa. Actually just, well, driving them nuts by shooting away at the armor, which were on the early T-34s, a bit like a huge cast iron bell. There you go, King Tiger the IS-2, this shot bounced off, field gun bounced off the IS-2's armor as well. King Tiger misses, Foxtrot moving up there, Orbison as well. Double Panzer, here's a bit of a Panzerjäger unit. Heinz and Helmut passed on to heaven there. Or hell. There we go, King Tiger fires away there, turning its turret. A few kills there, a few kills there. The machine guns as well. Shot bounced off, King Tiger didn't have easy time penetrating there. The high velocity it hit no gun actually had a high penetration in the IS-2's gun, I believe. In fact, it has pretty much one of the highest penetrations in the war. Of course, that's one thing that's actually important when it comes to penetrating armor. It's not just all about the caliber, as some people seem to think the velocity of the shell actually has a large impact as well. That's for example why the Panther's gun was so potent. And as the Luke's closing slowly and eventually 5 Kings are rolling a bit back. I mean, despite, you know, I think having an advantage here, he's being actually a bit conservative here, a bit passive, perhaps a bit. I mean, actually, some might see it as prudent, but I don't know. I think we can actually finish off at this stage. Just move in and deliver a jackboot to the face here in the shape of a King Tiger.
Prepare for action. Strike him. Bring the gun around. Enemy is alerted to our presence. Prepare for counter. Stop fighting as Lord.
Hauptmann Scharf moving head to hand is Königstiger. Contemplating some minor losses before being pushed away. Stuka zu Fuß now on the way, have a burning shot. Stuka zu Fuß. Another shot there with the IS-2. Contemplating how it looks engaging. Armor though really exposed here. King Tiger opening up and turning and firing. Quite a few caches there. Luke's moving in to sort of try and wipe out a few more. 31 kills to 31 kills. 33. That range on that looks absolutely nasty stuff there. Very nasty stuff there. King Tiger seeing some light repairs. Mostly actually just fixing the paintwork. And overall now, Burningshot's aiming at sort of dominating on the field. I mean, one option here could try and, I suppose, get an HG5 to back up the IS-2. I mean, that could work with the HG5's high penetration rate of fire there. It could work out there pulling the IS-2, but beyond that, there's not really a lot of options here left for him. Luke's taking a hit there, almost knocked out. King Tiger moving ahead again. Hit there on the mortar field, gun opening out, getting hit there through the King Tiger's armor. I assume it's a hit as well. Hits the tree instead. I assume instead ends up taking some hits from the Panzer and the King Tiger. Another hit there from the field gun. King Tiger continues his advance here. Ken was moving up, can't get off into a tank grenade. Oh, I need to get out of there now! Too late. Wiped out there, the tree. No obstacle there for the King Tiger's high explosive shells. King Tiger they're rolling back. Another hit there against the King Tiger's frontal armor. Looks very close there to Vetri 5. Another hit there actually. Closing in on Vetri 2, closing in on Vetri 2. Got a bit of a blend cover grenade there laid down. And there we go, Vetri 2 increased rate of fire. That's definitely going to be a problem. If you can get it to Vetri in the field, that might actually help them sort of seriously counter the King Tiger, since they have a high penetration plus a high rate of fire, which does mean a high chance of actually changing the King Tiger, plus of course a high DPS to successfully knock it out or at least quickly force it away. But we do see the sort of major counter of the major threat into the field gun. That is the Stukas here from Burningshot. Of course, in that regard, the HG5 would have a few more advantages in that regard, since of course it can't be seriously knocked out. But I'm going to speed this up just a bit here at the end. Since again, Burningshot, I mean, despite having a, I would say, overwhelming advantage, isn't really pushing it. I mean, that guy does feel like, you know, he's pushing the game longer than necessarily would have to be. But also gives you chances more chance to get back in the fight, which is generally not what you're looking for. I mean, you don't want to give him any chance to get back in the fight. You want to sort of finish it off as quickly, as brutally as possible. There goes the fight, and here we go. Now here what Hif makes one very serious mistake. He sends the HG5, the tank destroying first instead of the IS-2, and there you go, immediately exposing the head to the King Tiger. At the same time, the figure moves. I mean, that was not the best executed assault here by Hif. That's just marching straight up the centre, rousing his most vulnerable units first, the more durable ones following up afterwards. Rather wrong march shot, and there you go. Nice flank here by Ken there for knocking up the HG5. Pretty much didn't manage to do anything. King Tiger closing in there on Vetch and G2 and increased accuracy. Also faster turret rotation, which is always one of the bigger disadvantages of the King Tiger. Sort of initially, that is turns very slowly with the turret. Meaning if the first time a King Tiger outmaneuvered, it's actually in a bit of trouble. But again, note here, despite having an overwhelming advantage, doesn't really push it. Doesn't really push it. Bit of hit there on the looks. Kenner being pushed away.
They have 25 points remaining. Victory is at hand. Enemy flanking!
Almost got the IS-2 there, almost got the IS-2. That's being pushed back again. Only engineering again. I mean, that's really also something HIF should have got more engineers to sort of repair the IS-2. I mean, one engineer repairing an IS-2, that's simply too slow a rate of repair to sort of actually make any difference. We got a breakthrough to the strike here, which is honestly a bit of a waste. I think Burningshot confident. Victory point on his advantage.
Push the attack. They are down to 10 points.
A lot of movement then marching around. And another Sugar's Force, and there we go, game over here, lost to HIF, a victory to Burningshot, some instant use there of breakthrough artillery or tactics, but overall, I mean, he didn't really make much use of his doctrine. I did find that a bit disappointing compared to HIF, well, mostly using incendiary rounds, but, you know, didn't use it too much either. I mean, overall, for HIF, the issue was a bit, you know, at certain points he just began trying to hammer away at Burningshot and trying to outmaneuver him, outplaying, whereas Burningshot to a certain extent was actually good outmaneuvering. I mean, did rely on a bit of brute force tactics, bit of blocking, but he got punished for that. Instead, he also relied on, you know, more tactics to hit him from sides, flanking, and there was much more aggressive flanking. Raketen levels were used surprisingly aggressively there, but also the Lux, you know, striking into the base. I mean, some nice little maneuvers there, which overall actually sort of displayed a bit more aggressive mind there from Burningshot than from HIF, and overall that was sort of a bit more aggressive mindset, though again, at the late game, he just became a bit too passive. And I definitely think he shouldn't have bothered with the King Tiger. He's just gone for a Panther. I'm pretty sure he could have finished off much, much sooner than he actually did. In that regard, I think Burningshot drew out this fight unnecessarily and gave HIF too many chances to get back. But sadly, HIF wasn't quite sort of able to come back with it because, again, he wasn't very good at flanking, and he also made some rather, you know, poor moves with his, for example, SU-5s. Not screaming them or just rushing them straight into Panzer fire, which obviously resulted in heavy damage. I mean, that regard, there's a lot of things that HIF could have done better, and again, overall, this sort of, to an extent, just boiled down to stop attacking in a straight line, you know. Try to sort of outmaneuver and outflank your opponent. Apart from me, I also think, you know, an SU-6 just try and hunt down that Lux early on would have done him a lot of good. The SU-6 there, with the time ability and high rate of fire, probably would have been able to react faster to the Lux and knocked it out quicker. Awesome minds, you know, to sort of try and catch up with that, but again, in that regard, you know, there were some issues there from HIF, and part that looks actually out to be surprisingly vital in the victory for Burningshot. So I mean, nicely done there. Without the Lux, that probably not would have looked quite as easy there for Burningshot though. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gave some ideas for your own matches. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, you know, send a reply and write some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Dane. Cheers and thank you for watching. Bye.